Here is our first question for the day. We are going to be working on finance today because we are doing paper 1. Here is the first question that you've got 5 minutes or 4 minutes to do questions 1 and 2. Okay, I'll give you guys some time. Okay, when you are done, pop your favorite emoji in the chats. Okay. True, Samuel. I feel that they're challenging but fun. And it's nice when they're over because that means it's holiday time. That's my favorite part. When I'm finished marking and I can go on holiday. That's my favorite part. No worries, Chloe. Welcome. One more minute, guys. Rulani is done. Excellent. Thank you, Kensani. Excellent. All right. I think everybody's about done with this question. So let's look at it. All right. So it says here, 5,000 Rand is invested in a bank. Calculate the accumulated amount. They even tell you what amount to calculate for. The accumulated amount after 3 years, if the total interest received is 3.75% per annum. Simple interest. So over here, we're going to start A is equal to 5,000. Open brackets 1 plus 3.75%, or if you wrote 0.0735375, it's all good. Or if you wrote 3.75 over 100, that's perfectly fine as well. 1 plus 3.75% times 3 is equal to, I get 5,562. 5,562, 50 cents. All right, same over here. We're going to have A is equal to 5,000, open brackets, 1 plus 3%, 3.75% to the power of 3. Sorry, 3.75% to the power of 3. Okay, and the answer we get there is 5,583. 83.86 cents. Okay, 1 mark for using the correct formula, 1 mark there, 1 mark there. Give me your mark out of 4 in the chat for me, please. Yes, Nico, that is correct. We are only doing financial maths today. Okay, unfortunately. All right, peeps. Okay, let's have a look at the next questions. Funzo, how? Did you just get here? Maybe that's why, because, yeah, okay, that's fine. No, we'll accept that one, but you're not the type of person to just go around getting zeros and things. So, you know, okay, it's fine for now. Let's look at the next question. I'm going to give you guys another 4 minutes. I just want to ask quickly, what exactly are they asking us to calculate for in this question? The A, the P, the I, or the N, what do they want from us? Correct, Nico. That's it, correct. They're asking us for P. All right, again, you've got 4 minutes. Pop your favorite emoji in the chat, mix it up. If you wanna pick another emoji, pick a different emoji every single time, do what you gotta do. All right, you've got 4 minutes, guys, take it away. That was very quick, Nico. Let's wait for everyone else. All right, peeps, that's time, and I can feel like most of you guys are done here. All right, so I'm just going to quickly reconfigure my equation. I know if I'm calculating for P, that's just going to be A over 1 plus I times N. Okay, so I'm going to get 200,000 over 1 plus 5% times the number of years, which is 5. Okay, we should get 160,000 Rand over here. 160,000. I'm going to give you 3 marks for that for using the correct formula in this particular question. Okay, in the next one over here, we've got P is equal to, right? We're going to get P is equal to A over 1 plus 5%, all to the power of 5 in this question, so not quite the same as the other one, to the power of 5, and that should give us, look at what I've done now. We should get 156,705,23. All right, again, 2 marks for the right formula and working it out. Give me a number out of 6. How did we do? Nice one, Jenna. Well done. Awesome. Awesome. This should come quite naturally to us by now. Right. Anna, why not? What's happened? Double check. Did you write 5%? Did you make sure that it's 5 over 100? Did you make sure it's to the power of 5? Just double check everything. What answer did you get? Let's see, what answer did we get? Just pop your answer in the chat and let me see. I'll try and see where the things kind of come together, and then we'll have a look. Okay. I will. That's the exact same answer, mostly. I don't know where the 203 comes from, but the rest of the answer is fine. It's correct. 156,705. That's the answer we get. All right, here's your next challenge, peeps. Just gonna move this up a little bit. It's the exact same answer, my sweetie. I don't know where we've gone wrong. Okay, there's your next challenge, guys. Again, you've got 4 minutes. Okay, actually, I'm going to give you 3 minutes for this one because this one is quite easy. So take it away, peeps. One more minute. All right, peeps, that's time. Okay, let's have a look at the answer to this question here. It says, how long would it take? So as soon as we hear how long, we know that we're calculating for N. That's what we're calculating for. How long would it take for an investment of 40,000 Rand to increase by 5,000 if the interest rate is 4.5% per annum simple interest? Now, just give me a thumbs up if you did this, if you made this A and you made this P. Give me a thumbs up if you did that. How many of you guys did that? I just want to see. Rulani did that, Glo did that. Okay, I want us to read this question properly. Okay, the question says, how long would it take for an investment of 40,000 Rand? So this is how much you're investing. What is this amount? What is this amount actually supposed to be, guys? Correct, Nico. This is our P value. This is our principal amount because that's how much you're investing. And you want this investment to increase by 5,000. So if my investment has increased by 5,000, how much do I want it to be in the end? How much do I want it to be in the end? It has to be 40,000 plus the 5,000. So my A value is actually going to be 45,000. Okay, that's how much I'm going to get for my A value. And then I know for a fact that I'm calculating for N. So I'm going to take my formula. A is equal to P open brackets 1 plus I times N. And we're going to then divide both sides by P, divide by P, divide by P, cancel. And I'm going to have A over P is equal to 1 plus I times N. I'm going to take my minus 1 over to the other side. A over P minus 1 is equal to I times N. I want I, so I'm going to divide both sides by I. So my formula to find the number of years, A over P minus 1, all of that over I, over the interest rate. Okay, if we put that into a calculator, we'll get 45,000 over 40,000 minus 1 over our interest rate of 4.5%. Pop your answers in the chat for me. How much do we get? How much did we get? I get 2.78. I wonder if you guys got the same amount. Okay. 3 marks, 1 for the formula, 1 for subbing in, 1 for the final answer. Jenna, what is 25 over 9? If we plug in 25 over 9, we should get 2.78. Give me your mark out of 3, please, guys. How much did we get out of 3? 0.25. I don't know how we did that. How did we get 0.25? Okay. Anna says he got 2, Callan got 1. Are we seeing where we're not 100% getting the right answer? If you've configured the equation correctly, but you've used, yes, that's fine, Nico. But if you've used the wrong numbers, I understand that for the P and the A is a bit confusing, but if you've configured the equation correctly, then you should at least get 1 mark. So I don't think anybody should get 0. I don't think. All right, let's have a look at this next one over here. Okay, I'm going to move it up a little bit. It says, Daniel invests 18,000 and it grows to 25,000 over a period of 2 years. Calculate the interest rate. Again, I'm going to give you 4 minutes. to calculate for both. Pop your favorite emoji in the chat when you are ready. Yeah, that's a good question, teacher Nels. Oh, I see. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Okay, Funzo's done. Everybody's got 1 minute left. Oh, Funzo, don't even be nervous. You're going to be great. You're going to be great. And we all know it. You guys are going to be great. All right, that's time. Let's have a look at this question. All right, so we know that we're calculating for the interest rate. So we need to configure the equation so that interest rate is over here. So we'll have I is equal to A over P minus 1 all over N, right? But this is only for simple interest because the compound interest one is going to look a little bit different, right? So we're going to get the interest rate is equal to 25,000 over 18,000 minus 1 over the number of years, which is 2. And you should get 19, you should get 0.19 actually. 0.19444 recurring. We're going to multiply that by 100 because we're looking for the interest rate, which is a percentage, and that's going to give us 19.4%. Now, on this side, when we're looking for compound interest, correct, Asbonge, excellent. We're going to have interest is equal to the square root or the nth root of A over P minus 1. And the interest rate over here is going to be the square root of 25,000 over 18,000 minus 1. Asbonge, pop your answer in the chat because ma'am can't remember her answer. Help me out. What's the answer we're looking for? Anybody? Somebody? I don't know if it's 3.59. Go have a look again. I get 0, yes, correct. Asbonge's answer, yeah, seems like it. 185. Multiply that by 100, and we should get 17.85%. Okay. 6 marks across the board, 1 for getting the correct formula, 1 for substituting improperly, and 1 for the final answer. Same on this side. Give me your mark out of 6, guys. Let's see what we've got. Well done, Asbonge. Rulani got 4. Rulani, are we okay with where we didn't quite get the marks we were hoping for? -8. Anna, how? How are we getting -8? Okay, for those of you getting 4, 5, and 6, are we aware of where our mistakes may have been? Because I don't want you guys just saying that I didn't get 4 marks and we don't know where we didn't get it. Okay. Extra 2 for my mint. Okay, the manipulation of solving. Okay. All right, Rulani. Yeah, it does happen sometimes. We just need to take it a step at a time. Okay, we need to take it a step at a time. All right, here's your next question over here. Right, we'll call this question 4. All right, it says here, in January of 1985, the average home cost about 72,000 Rand, assuming an average annual inflation rate of 8.6% from 1985 to 2015, which is a period of 30 years. What did the same house cost in January of 2015? Now we're calculating for inflation. They haven't told us anything about which formula to use, but we should know that inflation is calculated over what kind of interest, peeps? No, not simple. Not simple. It is compound interest indeed. It is. It is compound interest. Okay, hire purchase is calculated over simple interest. Inflation is calculated over compound interest. And this question is a breeze. So I'm going to give you all 2 minutes to be done. In fact, 1.5 minutes. And then we're going to jump straight into it. Okay. Yeah, I figured we'd all be done very quickly, but I'll give everybody else the last 10 seconds. It's fine. We'll give them the last 10 seconds. All right, there we go. That's time. All right, because this is a simple interest, like a simple compound interest calculation. Okay, we're going to get A is equal to 72,000, open brackets, 1 plus 8.6% all to the power of 30. And the answer I should get out is 855,514 Rand and 26 cents. 2 marks, just 2. How much did we get out of 2, guys? I'm gonna hope everybody got 2. I'm gonna hope everybody got 2. Anna, just a whole drama today. What's going on? Oh my word. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think you need to take a bit of a break, like, because it's unlike you to get an easy question like this wrong. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Mulisa, how? How, Sway, how? Okay, here's a bit of a trick question. I want to see who can give me the answer here. Think it through, think about what you're going to do to answer this particular question. That was not what I was trying to do. This is what I was trying to do. That. Okay, have a look at the question. See if you know how to answer the question. I'm going to give you guys another question that's also a bit challenging, but I want to see if you guys can figure out how to answer this question. You can pop your answers in the chat if you think you've got an answer for me. Okay, let me know what your answer is. Anybody got any ideas? Nobody? Somebody? As long as like you? Yeah. Okay, I don't think anybody. Okay, let me give you a hint. Let me give you a hint. Teacher knows. I'm going to give them the same hint I gave the other class. Samuel knows. Yes. Anna, no. Yes, Rilani, we need to keep it moving, actually. Samuel, let us know. Patu says $25,000, and she is in fact correct, but I would like to see, you need to now walk us through your answer. How did you get there? And I was like, you know where the danger is. I know. Okay, let's do this, guys. If I say to you guys that I have 3 sweets and I bought these 3 sweets, and I'm no sleeping. If I bought these 3 sweets at 12 Rand, I bought the 3 sweets for 12 Rand, and I want to find out how much it would cost me to buy 20 sweets. How are we going to go about this question? Who's got an idea? Forget that one for a little bit. Let's talk about this one.
Samuel wants to explain.
Yes, Samuel, do you want to explain for us, please? Yes, correct. We could cross multiply for x. You're absolutely right. We can call this number x, cross multiply in that direction like that. And then we're going to get 3x is equal to 20 times 12, which is, how much is it? 20 times 12? 240? Yeah, so x is equal to 80. Right, we can do that. Or we can also divide by 3, and we'll find out that one sweet costs you 4 rand, and then you can translate that into 20 sweets. Right, now let's use that same logic to figure out how Patu got this answer. Samuel, do you want to unmute, or do you want to type your answer in the chat for us to let us know how you got there?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, the interest is $750. The rate is
Yes.
3% converted decimal by dividing by 100.
Okay.
And the time
cool.
is not, since the time is not given, we cannot determine the exact loan amount. However, we can calculate the minimum loan amount using the assumption of 1 year.
Okay, all right. So we're going to make our N equal to 1 year, right? And we know that the interest is $750. Okay, where did you go from here?
Okay, I said $750 is equals to principal P, which is P open bracket 3/100 to the power of 1.
Okay, so 750 is equal to P open brackets. Did you write in the 1 plus 0.03 to the power of 1?
Yeah. Then
yes, okay. And what did you get for P?
P, I got 25,000.
25,000. But if this is my P value like that, I'm going to get P is equal to 750 divided by 1 plus 0.03, the power of 1. And the answer I get when I do that is 728,15,16. So not quite the same. But you were definitely onto something. You're definitely onto something. Patu, what did we do, my sweetie? What did you do?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, my sweetie. It's been a while since I've heard your voice. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, thank you. All right. Tell us what you did.
So, ma'am, I basically just said 750 divided by 3/100.
Okay, why do we do that? Why do we just go 700 over 750 divided by 3/100? What's the logic behind it?
I really don't know.
This is going to give us 25,000. What's the logic?
Ma'am, yes, I just punched in anything on the calculator.
Okay, lucky for you, you're going to get all your marks because you have actually done the right thing. But logically, it needs to make sense, okay? But I'm going to explain. But Patu, you are 100% on point.
But I don't know how to.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. This is how I'm going to explain it to make sure everybody's on the same step with me. Right. So let's take that sweet analogy we just had. We said 3 sweets cost us 12 rand. That means 1 sweet equals 4 rand. That means 20 sweets will give us 80 rand. To buy 20 sweets, we'll have to pay 80 rand. Right. Now, if I say that 3% is equal to $750, I want to know, how do we get from 3% to 1%? What are we going to do? To get from 3% to 1%? What would I do, peeps?
Ma'am, we're going to divide by 3%.
Good. We're going to divide by 3 on both sides, right? So I know that 1% is going to equal $250. Right. But the whole amount of the loan is going to be 100% of that. because 3% is just the interest. So the full loan is going to be 100% of that. Now, how did I get from 100 or from 1% to 100%? I multiplied by 100. So I'm going to multiply by 100 on both sides. That's going to give me $25,000. Okay, what do we think of that? Much better? I think the mathematics behind it makes a little bit more sense. Correct. So your reasoning is 100% correct. So, okay, the only problem with that, Chloe, is that you're not dividing by that 1. You're not dividing by 1 plus 0.03. You're just dividing by 0.03, which is a completely different calculation to what we actually wanted. Melissa, it's just a ratio question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, here's your next challenge. Okay, and this one also requires a bit of thinking outside the box, but let's see if you guys can get this one. All right. Simple question. I've seen it in more than one paper. So let's ration this one out. Let's see if you guys can get this one. Ma'am, why is P bigger than A? But Kellen, 750 is not A. 750 is the interest. This is P. This is P. Okay, so your A value would be 25,000 plus 750. That's how much he would owe the bank. That's your A value. That value over there is how much he's paid extra in interest. Okay. All right, guys. Let's think about this one. We don't have an amount, but they say, how long would it take an investment to double if you are given 8% interest per annum over simple interest? What would we do here? PA means per annum, which means per year. Okay, it stands for per annum, and that's just the same as per year. Okay, what is our thinking, guys? Yes, Nico, 100% correct. Okay, so Nico says we can use variables, correct. No, it's not the same question, Rulani, it's not. All right, let's think about this. So we know that we're going to have some sort of principal amount, and we're going to get some other accumulated amount. We have our interest rate, and the thing that we're looking for is actually N, right? Our interest rate is 8%. Now, we invest a certain amount. Okay. Not quite close, almost there. Okay, so let's think about this. If we don't know what this certain amount P is supposed to be, what can we name P? If we don't know what our principal amount is going to be, correct, Rulani. Whenever we don't know what something is, we're going to name it X. Good, we're going to name it X. Right, now it says, how long would it take for an investment to double? So we want the investment to double. So at the end, we're going to have double the amount. So what would our A value then be if we want double the amount? Not squared, Rulani, correct, Funzo. We would have 2x. 2x would be double the investment that we have. So we know that it's over simple interest. So we can use the simple interest formula. A is equal to P, open brackets, 1 plus I, multiplied by N, not to the power of N, times N, right? So what we can then do is we can substitute into the formula. We're going to get 2x is equal to X, open brackets, 1 plus 8% times N. Now I want to make N the subject of the formula. What is my first step? Correct, Tatum, 100% correct. What is my first step over here, guys? I'm going to divide both sides by P, right? Not divided by 8. Okay, I'm going to, by P, which is actually X. So I'm going to divide by X divide by x on both sides. Now I've got 2x divided by x. What is 2x divided by x going to give us, guys? 2x divided by x? It's just 2. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Nico. That's it. It's just 2. So now I've got 2 is equal to 1 plus 8% times n. My next step is to take my 1, move it over to the other side, and it's going to become minus 1. 2 minus 1 is going to give us how much? Correct, 1. So 1 is equal to 8% multiplied by n. What's my next move? What's my next move? Divide by 8%, correct. Divide both sides by 8%. Divide by 8%. And that gives us n. Therefore, n is equal to, if you punch that into your calculator, your answer will come out as 12.5 years, which is just 12 and a half years. All right,